Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Sunday, May 11th, in the year 2025. Greetings, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the house.
Happy Mother's Day.
Skully, turn down your radio.
Oh, caller, turn on your radio.
Turn down your radio, Mom.
Yes, Mom. Yes.
So
Happy
there was
Mother's
a guy.
Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. There was a guy in Vancouver, famous guy way back. His name was Jack Webster. Did you ever hear about him?
No, but I love the accent.
He had his Scottish accent. He'd be like, turn down your radio, Mom. My mom would definitely know all about Jack Webster. This is my mom. I'm going to say she was still modeling at this point, so that looks like sometime in the late 40s. Look at that car back there. That would give you an idea when it was. I'm going to say late 40s.
I love the shoes.
Early 50s. Yeah, and that's a real fur coat, that's for sure. My mom loved animals, so I'm sure that she wouldn't have that now. But bless her heart, Mommy passed away, which is really weird, 40 years ago this year.
Oof.
That's
Wow.
crazy to think. I can't even believe that. Hold on, let me see. No, it's right. 1985 is 40 years ago. Isn't that weird?
Good God.
It should, good Lord. It should
That's
not
crazy.
be. Welcome, one and all, here to our annual gathering of on a Sunday where it's already way too hot here in Los Angeles, California. Don't you hate that when it just gets like, it just overnight, it just has to go from like somewhere in the 60s to 100 degrees. And look what it says, sunny and hot with the temperature breaking the record of 95 set in 1934. That was yesterday. And it was like that stifling heat. Stifling heat is back today. It's not as bad. But if you hear a little buzzing sound, it's because I have to run the AC. And you said it was only 60 degrees there. Lucky you.
Well, everybody asks me why, when I tell them what I do for a living, why don't I live in LA? You're explaining exactly why I don't live in LA.
Oh, come on. There's
can't-
more reasons than that.
I can't take the weather. What I should actually say is I'm addicted to the weather here. I like fog. I like overcast. I like ocean breezes. It never needs to be above 70 for me.
I am right with you. Actually, I kind of wish that I had that weather now, because now it's kind of weird because when you move from Vancouver down to California, you think, oh, great, it's going to be sunny. You're going to have way less rain. It's going to be great. But one thing that you don't take into consideration is how after a few years, you really are overheat. You really get over the hot, like plus 85. Anything above 85 is just like, I don't do well. I'm like a Canadian that needs to be below 85 degrees on optimal performance.
So how many days out of the year do you wear long pants?
Do I wear long pants? Scully,
Yeah,
I
many?
I don't own a pair of long pants. If I did, I'd have to go searching for them in my closet. No, because I live in California, I guess, you can stick to your dickies the whole year round. But even when we've gone on tour and hit the East Coast and it's snowing, I'm still been known to be seen out in my dickies with my runners, which is just typical of this Canadian. But I will say that I have been
Yes.
drumming my face off
Yes.
this last little while. And yesterday, for some reason, in my basement where this drum kit is, I have a fan off to the right there. I can keep myself relatively cool. But I did a 2-hour set yesterday. I won't say what I'm jamming to because I don't want to get people all excited, but I'm getting excited. And if you can see it there, that is the kit that you've been seeing in the Doomsday videos that we've been watching online. The same kit. And you were telling me, Skully, you reminded me yesterday that this kit is now 36 or 37 years old.
35.
35. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not often that you think about like something like I see it as the drum kit, but I don't really see I don't really see it and go, wow, that's 35 years old.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
It's still in great shape too. It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Did you see this?
What's that?
Skully, aka Dr. Doom. I think it's a great little
Where'd
thing.
that come from?
This is coming from somebody that made a couple of drawings online, the puppy group, and absolutely wonderful there.
I love that.
Yeah. Thought we'd have a nice share here on lovely Sunday here with all of our buddies here, Max and Paula and Web of Weeps and Oscar and Droid and Michelle and all you guys. Welcome, schmelcome. Skully, you were just saying that you were enjoying something that you got at a store up there, which is really interesting. And I was looking at something today that came out of my jar, shall I say. It was like, have you ever seen a bud that looked like that?
Well, it just looks like it got cropped by the camera.
It's the weirdest bud I've ever seen, and it's like what's really weird is that it's quite large. Don't think of it as small. I mean, come on. Too much info here. I've never seen a bud that's shaped like that before. Oh my, yes.
What about one that looks like that?
Oh, wow. So if anybody knows in America here, especially where Skully lives, San Francisco is known for some of the finest herb on the planet. We in Southern California here know that the finest herb comes from Northern California, from the town of San Francisco and north. So you're always lucky, but yeah, happy Herbal Day. Be going out and doing a bunch of stuff today. Make sure that you stay well stocked. Oh, you know what? Along the way, I should do this right now. Hang on. We've had the pleasure of having Dwayne's sister joining us on the chats, but today I forgot to send her the link for the chat, so I'm going to do that right now.
Fuck yeah, Diane.
Yeah, we got to get her in there. Now,
Absolutely.
she doesn't join in on the chats, but she...
just want to know she's out there.
Yeah. She has been enjoying the last couple that we've been doing, but now that we're back here again, yeah, here we go. So, it seems that we're already up to episode 14 in our ongoing series of the EuroTrauma tour. And, yeah, it's been quite a thing because, as I said in the topic, the description, Skully, me and you haven't watched this together, I don't think ever.
No.
So I think that, it's basically one of those things that you... when we're reliving it, we're watching it and reliving it. It's been quite a pleasure. So, are we ready to continue some of the excursion?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm going to turn off the AC.
Ready.
I'm going to turn off the AC.
Here we go.
Now, let's do it.
Here we go.
Now, this one had to be repaired this morning. I don't understand why, but who cares? Need to be repaired. But as far as I know, we are... Well, looks like it's starting off with
Training faces.
oh, that's another angle. Who's shooting that?
I don't know, but that's like the behind the scenes look of how we did the gag. I've never seen that before.
That's why we call this the uncut footage. Even so dark, it's hard to see. But yeah, this is.
So yeah, that's my perspective, but it's not me filming. It's got to be Dwayne.
Dwayne filming that possibly, yeah, from stage.
Possibly, but he's got his hands full during training faces.
What a time.
You know, I kind of like how the old style video film makes it like real sketchy looking. I like how grainy it is.
Wow. Wow.
Country are we in? Switzerland? Yeah.
We're in Switzerland.
Who's this? Who's this guy?
Oh, that means A Grum is coming up. We're going to see A Grum here in a minute.
Je m'appelle Pamplemousse.
Avec sauce.
C'est la guerre. Avez-vous chanson aux pommes avec fromage, s'il vous plaît?
Prendre le chemin là, le petit. Si t'arrives à tourner là, faut tourner là, autrement.
Je pense que ça va.
C'est toi qui connais ton camion, moi.
Ouais, ouais. Is that a McDonald's hat he's wearing there?
It's like a duck or something. I have no
Here we
idea
are.
what that is.
1988, Geneva, Switzerland.
So yeah, this is where we hook up with A Grum, right?
I believe so. The legendary A Groom.
This was they did such a great show that night. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, oh man, I remember this.
I remember this now. This was a great show.
This was the night, there's Fabienne and Lionel back.
Alright. How you doing? Fine, and you? Huh? And you? You, and you? Oh, fine. Yeah? Yeah.
This was the night that the riser collapsed.
Oh yeah, on top of me.
Yeah.
I was underneath it.
So was I.
There's Alex.
You were on top of it. I was under it.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I was under it though.
Yeah.
No coughing.
Sorry.
Wow, that's a great sounding saw or whatever it is. Sounds like a synth. Maybe that's why they call it a saw wave.
Here's where we are right now. Geneva, Switzerland. That's Switzerland.
Oh, there you go.
Of course, you can see there's some Holland stuff here. Let's start out with the
Look at that Citroen.
vacuum cleaners. Move up to the Renaults. Move up to the Citroen. One of those things. Another one of those. A great looking river.
Man, I didn't even
Great
note
looking
the
Lake
scooter.
Geneva somewhere around. Beautiful blue sky today. Beautiful trees.
I became a scooter fanatic
And would it
some
ever
years
be
after
howling to
this.
have an apartment in there?
No, I wouldn't want to live there.
Excuse my language, sir.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Did I swear or something? Oh, look at that
no,
one.
I hope so.
Citron. Oh, there he is.
Espoir.
Here he is,
Look how
folks.
thin. Look how
Espoir.
young and thin.
Yeah.
Espoir Yvette.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine.
Hey! Oh, this week.
Oh, this week.
Salut.
Salut.
Ça va?
Ah, ça va bien?
Oh.
Look at we're speaking French.
Oui, moi chaque fois que je lui dis bonjour, je me dis qu'il est encore plus
Listen to
Says-
that.
Is that
que j'ai des
that's
talents.
Good to
Fabian?
see you again.
You want my imitation of the big rabbit?
Oh, yeah? Hello. Hello. Are you the new Agrum?
Yeah.
Yeah? And your name is?
Gisette.
Gisette.
Yes.
Okay, that's
But you
easy.
can call him Anus.
Anus?
Eidolon Anus. Eidolon Anus.
All right.
That's
When did
awesome.
you guys get here?
What?
When did you get here?
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. Same here. Here's our bus.
These guys are just so fun to be with. Here's the singer,
J-Toi.
J-Toi.
J-Toi, say hello to the world.
Hello.
Hello.
What a sweetheart these guys are.
How are you?
I'll
So
be fine.
when you join,
fun?
when you join, you take the last
Yeah?
letter of your name and you get a
Where did you
number,
come from?
right?
Yep.
Belgium.
You were in Belgium yesterday?
Yeah.
You're not on tour right now?
No. No tour.
No tour?
Just one gig.
Just one gig? Oh, that's good. Mickey!
There's Mickey, Snowy Red.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Mickey.
Wow.
How you doing today?
All right.
R.I.P. Mickey.
Good for you. Look at Espoir and
I,
Dwayne
rem-
are dancing
I remember
together
his drum kit.
there. It's all big happy reunion, isn't it?
They said to me, it's got 100 dreadlocks.
Hi. We got your makeup bag on the bus.
Yes, I know.
La-dee-doo. Chuds?
Yes.
Me too, even.
Oh no, not so much. It's okay. Two more years.
Hey,
Two more years.
Two more
So-
years?
We toured together
That's not bad.
1986 with this band.
He's got a wall.
Quite a
Oh,
few
that's
shows
good.
in
You
Europe.
should be a belly dancer.
And Espoir, that guy there, was always the. He took care of us all. Look, it's a duck hat
Like my bird.
with a bird.
Put my shades
You know,
on.
I don't think I've seen this video.
Put my shades on.
Yes.
What the fuck is that thing?
Oh, look
MIDI
at-
trigger interface.
MIDI trigger interface?
Yes, it's an octapad without pads.
For what?
An octapad without any pads.
Yeah, oh, I see. I see.
But it's very interesting because it's got a lot of memory.
Does it say? Does it speak anything?
Yeah, it says things when you want.
Does it say Je m'appelle Pamplemousse?
TF505.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice. When you switch it on, it says welcome interface.
Je m'appelle Pamplemousse.
Any kind of electrical shit of this time.
Yeah.
Oh, good old times when it was just saying on or off.
Yeah. Sparker.
We had an Agrum chat on here. If you would like to see them now, looking back on the on a lot of the footage. God, we should have Lionel on.
Sure.
You should see Lionel now.
All right. Lionel always comes prepared. And you have a baby coming
In August.
in August.
Yeah, mid-August.
That doesn't work out somehow.
That baby is 37 years old.
I'm 30 now.
Wow.
Serious.
You're very serious then.
No.
Oh, welcome to Geneva again. What does this say?
37 years old. Yep, that's true. Nearly 40-year-old baby.
We approach the backstage area at the Palladium.
So I remember the Agrum drum kit was like almost every
Lane.
style of electronic drum pad that there was. He had
Ladies and
Pearl,
gentlemen,
he had
this
Pearl,
week.
Simmons, Yamaha.
I think it's Simmons. Yeah, Simmons. Yeah, a whole bunch
No,
of
he
really
he
cool.
had Pearl,
I think
he
they
had
show it
Yamaha.
here.
Roll
He-
drum kit
Look,
up
it's
there.
right there. It's
See-
right there.
Yeah, yep.
He had all of them. Look.
All these drums.
Oh, You know, they just
Just
said
like
this.
old times, only S2 has 12, count them, 12 guitar pedals now.
No, because I forgot my crap.
You what?
I forgot the turbo distortion, which is supposed to be here. You see, I'm totally. I got no power today.
The tunable distortion?
Just the metallizer and the distortion to back end. And I forgot the turbo. The turbo
He's
is so
adorable.
important still, but I
What's
can't.
this one here? Digital metalizer.
He's one of the most funniest guys ever.
It's a very hard
I
distortion.
fucking- I adore
look
him.
like Angus Young and AC/DC. You say, yes, let's walk Australia and play on stage anywhere you want and show the holes in your pants. And so that makes me feel rock and roll. And people, they like me, they bang their head on the floor like this and they say, let's eat wires.
Classic. Fucking classic, dude.
They said that they were just doing this one show, but I remember they absolutely killed it this night.
This was so good.
I do believe there is an entire Agrum special episode that we'll be watching today.
I hope we get the show. There's got to be show in here.
There is. There's almost like 2/3 of the Agrum set.
Are you serious? Oh my god!
There's-
I don't think. I swear to you, I don't think I've seen this
Hello?
ever.
There's Greg. Greg really.
Hello, Greg. Wave to the camera, Greg. Thanks, Greg. Was ist das?
Canon Jack. Canon Jack.
I think it's a plug.
Do you ever get confused?
This is
Both of you-
This is Operation Part 8.
Both of you have the same J. Is that significant in any way?
Le nom c'est Jacques et moi c'est Jean-Marc.
No? Is that significant in any way, J-toi?
Oh.
That J-toi and J-set go together a little bit nicer and easier than, say, G or H?
No. It's G because my name is Jack.
Yeah, right. And
it's Jean-Marc.
My name is Jean-Marc.
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 Good, okay.
And the plug. is
See,
too
you're right.
short. The plug is too short.
God damn it, what the hell are we gonna do about that, eh?
You take the name of the first initial of your
It's like
name.
he says, set
No,
up.
I thought it was the last
Enjoy these
initial.
Hey, what's that? Look at the
Well,
setup
Clapton.
back there.
He's playing Clapton.
Uh-oh, here we go. High-speed shutter,
Yes.
I predict.
Say that? What?
Hills.
Yeah, he'll.
Hello. Hello,
Oh, I
how
love
are you
this.
doing? Comment allez-vous?
Ah, not so bad, not so bad. Ça va bien? Ah, je me fais pas
Ah,
de
tout est c'est pour moi.
Ah, il sait le guerre.
What can I say?
Oh, yes. Combien?
Oui.
Hein?
Oh, yeah. Comme c'est comme ça, you know.
Pouch, as displayed by J-toi, as cut now by Le Duc. Not a bad profile there. Pretty good.
Dwayne doing the double butterfly knife action. You wouldn't catch me doing that. Those things were darn sharp, too.
Wires anymore, so he says I use them all for that fucking Canadian dance. So they say we have no more for you, so we say yes, but we are Belgian, so we are the best. So you got to take the fire away and take it for us, and then you give it back to the Canadian people, and so it's gonna be okay for the international exchange.
Great.
Oh my God.
Ljubljana, a
Ljubljana.
place for you and me. Ljubljana, Ljubljana, a place for everyone you see. It's cool for you and it's cool for me because it's Ljubljana,
Ljubljana,
can't you see? Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, the S3 J7 dancers.
Man. Well, this... That was great.
It sounded really good. I can't believe how good it sounds.
Exclamation.
Those guys are great live. I think we'll see on here. Look, May 11th, 1988. What the hell?
It says it's killer.
That's today. That's right
That's
now.
today.
Oh,
That is.
I'm gonna own that.
I'm
This is-
freaking out.
This is strange.
That's freaking me out.
Well, and it's the daytime too, so it's right about now. Oh, High Speed 7.
So, Dwayne added the music over this, right?
Yes.
How was sound check? Everything's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I remember we went into that restaurant
Yeah.
and we got in trouble because we all started doing the wet finger along the rim of the glass on the glasses because they were really loud. You remember that? And it got it got so loud that they came running over and got angry.
They were so pissed off. I totally forgot about that. Oh, look at that guy.
Have a good show, J7.
Sorry?
I say have a good show.
Yeah, thank you.
I somehow wish I could just have his accent. Yes. I'm sorry. What a bunch of class characters, though. Man,
Oh, my
is
God.
everybody, if you're not familiar with A Groom, you might be in a brief second here because I believe that we're about to see some. Skully, you excited about that?
I remember this as being so good. I would just transfix the whole show. I can't wait to see it. I hope you say that there's footage. I'm waiting for it.
I believe it is their set and then some. So hope you will enjoy this on your Sunday afternoon there if you've not experienced A Groom in the 80s in Geneva, Switzerland. Let's take a look. I think it's about time, starting now. Hold on, before I start, I always got to double check something because sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it does not give me the warning or the basic. It doesn't say Screen sharing is pause. Oh, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go like this. Get this, and that's not it. Lord have mercy. See, I messed it up.
Grandpa.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You know, sometimes QuickTime can be a fun little not such quick time. And so that's what we have to remind ourselves, that to take the time to do things in life that you enjoy. Nope, it's still not working.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go back into time when the only people that existed were troglodytes. You know that song?
I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
We are finally back. And let's roll it.
Yes.
That's the way to do it.
It sounds amazing. Yes.
Okay. Good.
Nacido por el amor de Dios, crecer para sufrir las basuras de la iglesia, las basuras de la iglesia.
That's fucking amazing.
Nacido por el amor de Dios. Nacido por el amor de Dios.
They're a great band to tour with.
Nacido por el amor de Dios.
Agrum is now retired, so this is really cool to see.
Jesus walks on the water. Holy Jesus with your holy cross and your holy gun. You walk in the water.
It's way more punk rock than I remember it.
You walk in the water. Holy Jesus with your holy life, with your holy cross. Jesus with your holy shit. Jesus walks on the water. Jesus walks on the water. Jesus walks on the water. With your holy cross, with your holy God. Give me a breath. Give me a breath. Let me out. Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. Jesus walks on the water. Jesus walks on the water. Holy Jesus,
That wire broke.
holy shit, you holy gun, you holy light. You walk on the water. You walk on the water. Power shit, power shit, power shit. Save my old
Gotta bring me a light.
church crucified it. Church, my whole church and church crucified it.
Yes.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. God, that was good.
This is proof.
Empty words, a breath. Empty words.
Thank you.
Like my red shoe and that's somebody else. I played. Oh, fuck anybody. Oh.
Yeah. It's so good.
I look like a corpse.
go. Hope you guys don't mind checking this set out.
Yeah, you should send this to us. Yeah. I remember this. I love this. This is amazing. It's very throbbing gristle, you know?
Is that an egg? What a great band.
I can't believe how good this is.
Yay.today is such a great frontman vocalist. You notice how he always has something to splash on himself? It's like he realizes how good light looks with liquid coming off him. I can't remember if it was eggs or he used all sorts of wet things. Ooh, I saw beer cans just fly. This is how it's done, folks. Look at that. That's the 80s manpower right there.
I am inspired by this. I can't even tell you. I love this.
Yeah, they killed it this night. The audience was losing their mind.
I see an ST1 brain, I think.
Yeah, that's a Simmons brain. Oops. Yep, the audience absolutely loved them.
They're winning them over. They were quiet the first couple songs.
Yeah, I also remembered that because the stage collapsed for us.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best audience for us that night.
Tiger Lily.
Go, Ty. You like it, Ty? I think Tiger's really enjoying it.
Of course he is. It'd be a fool not to enjoy this.
I need another light. They weren't as big as Front 242, but they were definitely popular in Belgium. There's the Simmons brain. Thank you. Yay.
Yes.
Well, you can now all officially... Oh, I guess we got an encore. Yep, DAF cover.
Oh, nice one, Dre. Do you know if Greg really did sound for this?
No, it was Mickey. Snowy Red. Good sound. Good sound. Uh-oh, they're going to start the fight. It's customary.
Yeah.
They tackle each other on stage and simulated fight.
Little high-speed shutter.
Yeah, they used to have all these pieces of meat and stuff like you can see there too. So they were Psychic TV, members of Psychic TV group, and a lot of Psychic TV related events that they would do. Yeah, I think Skully, you had to do the cleanup, I can imagine.
I actually remember, I think I slipped on the stage that night. That was a very slippery stage.
Hello.
That was a good one.
Would you like a cake?
Nice and sweaty. Oh yeah.
Fuck, that was awesome. God, that was awesome.
After show video. You guys aren't nearly as risque as you used to be.
As what?
Well, I guess I should explain that. On the first tour, they used to do a lot more attacking, shall I say? And they're also known as a hardcore gay militant band. They emphasized their gay rights in the sense of what they wanted to express, and so I thought it was amazing. But they really pushed the buttons and the boundaries of what they would do to each other on stage, as well as some of the videos that they showed. They didn't have the videos this time, but the videos on the first tour were. I still saw things on that I've never seen again, and I don't think it would be legal to show what they were showing. But yeah, no, they were real Psychic TV advocates in that sense that they believed in, the hard fetish side of everything. But what was really cool is, as you can see by meeting them all, they're all sweethearts. None of them were mean or gross or egotistical. But when you got on stage, they were just ferocious. And Skully, okay, talk about the cleanup on that. That looked like it was just messy as hell.
Yeah, I distinctly remember not expecting them to make that big of a mess, and like they're in a part of the stage where like it can get really slippery, and I've actually gone out there in the little costume and stuff, and I have to do stuff. I have to kind of be this thing, and I've slipped and I've just fallen right on my butt, and that's kind of breaks the mood a little bit. But,
I can only imagine.
I can't get too upset because whatever mess I had to clean up, I was just going to make worse with whatever we were about to drop on the stage. That was the old Ben Nye stage blood that we used to get.
Edward also played this night as well, so quite a great triple bill there in Geneva. Edward, these guys, and then I was talking about it while it was going on there, but basically, that night my entire riser with all of my equipment on it, basically the inner part of it collapsed, and basically I fell it was about a 2-foot riser. I fell 2 feet down, and then all of a sudden the gear toppled down on top of me, and then Scully had to dig me out, and all in front of the audience. And it was about the second or third song, right?
Yeah, it was early into the set. So
Way early into the set. It was like, as we say, very hilt.
Oh, there were three sections of riser, right? And it was like the middle one fell.
Yeah.
And so like your drum kit and your keyboards were, because they weren't basically standing on that middle part. Like your keyboards were like up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had to keep playing while and because like it didn't fall evenly. Like I think it fell towards the front. So you're kind of sliding down and holding yourself in place by playing the keyboards. And what do we do? What do we do?
You know, in our whole, I think we stopped. And you fixed it, and then we came back out and restarted from the next song.
Yeah, I think we had to, but that was when Greg Greeley was using the old VHS Pig. You remember the Pig?
No.
This was what we used for that thing that we used for playback, and it used VHS formatted tapes, but it was audio only. And
was it a machine? Was it like a weird machine?
Yeah, it was about as big as a. It was about as big as a toaster.
Was it Betamax?
No, it was VHS.
Oh right? God, that sounds like a nightmare. No, it was before ADAT, Joe. So you're talking. This was '88. Look who's decided to visit. Hi, Stan Chan.
Hey, show Stan, I'm wearing my ears.
What do you think about that, Stan? Well, he's giving you goo-goo eyes, so that's good.
That's good. That's always good. Yeah.
Stan just woke up. He'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. And hi, Stan. You want to keep track of his growth here, folks. Look at this. Remember, he's only
That's not real.
He's only one. And look at that tail. He likes his tail. Here we go, honey.
That tail can't be real. Those are extensions.
Yeah, Stanley. Right? It is. It is absolutely like the type of tail that you would have seen on the back of someone's hat way back in the pioneering prospecting days. Happy Mother's Day, Rihanna. Rihanna. Happy Mother's Day, Rihanna.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day, Rihanna. Happy Mother's Day, Rihanna. Oh, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just rambling.
He got me roses for
Mother's Day. I got her roses for Mother's Day. And they're just in front of us here. They smell so nice, I must say. One thing I want to continue to say about Egrum is that, yes, they are the guys we did a Chud convention with. It's the fact of that. And we also encourage you to go find their records and so on. They're still available some places. And also I encourage you to take a look at the chat we did with S3 and Yay.today a couple of years ago. But S3, the guitar player, has increased in size. Exponentially. Well, but he always said, back in the day when we toured, he always said that his favorite people in the world are big, fat, hairy bears. And he just absolutely had the desire and dream to become what he called a big, fat, hairy bear. And I say this lovingly because he, of course, would agree with me that this is his whole outlook on his health is wonderful. Apparently, he owns a restaurant, and basically, it's like upper society Belgium, Brussels, and he's super interesting. I just find him incredibly charming, and they've done some gigs recently over the last 10 years. So like reunion shows are very special. But, you absolutely have to go check them out if you're in and around the region and you want to see something really unique and interesting.
We also have tour posters from the 80s.
We have some of them.
We still have really rare posters available at the shop.
Check out the shop for some things. And now, Skully, I believe we're about to see something that you guys did as the crew to surprise the band
Oh no.
Oh
Help.
yes. Oh yes.
Help. Cringe. Help. I'm leaving the room. Help. 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 The Canadians made me do it.
Cutting edge video. Help!
Lane is using a corkscrew instead of a butterfly knife.
It's good. Doug's doing light.
Yeah, that's really good at light. Oh, there's the pig right there. Look on top of the rack. You see on top of that rack? Yeah, Greg, really. There's the VHS player.
That's too funny. That's Greg Mueller. The funny thing is that Greg didn't smoke or drink.
There's the VHS player right up on top of his rack, right there.
Is that a joint?
Yeah. One of mine.
You don't get many shots of Greg, really. Hey, I'm passed out or something?
Yep. Built.
I think this is hilarious.
Checking out the new shirt I picked up today. We're here in Leiden, in Holland, and we were doing some shopping today. Kevin picked up a knife, picked up his t-shirt, walking around having a good time, and smoking some shit.
Is this
picked up an apple during
is this Tear Garden Day?
So we're going back into the club to do some spray painting, get a little chuts, and Kevin's gonna give you a little.
We didn't really document where we've been up till now. Like, sort of, we've missed a few days, obviously.
Yeah.
So we have to sort of update now. Of course, I'll tell you that we are here in Holland at this point.
Back in Holland.
Holland, in one of the oldest cities in Holland, as a matter of fact, and the city is apparently inhabited in the 1500s. Let's take a look at some of this stuff.
It's Leiden, Holland.
Get rid of the date, time, bullshit.
Yes, I believe you are right, Skully.
I'm just taking a look at this building here.
That there is a Tear Garden
You want to come
performance in this video.
Here?
But
I mean,
just a
big
clip,
deal,
I think,
right?
from what I can recall.
Well, I
No
think
problem.
it's
Anyways, we'll take
the
you
whole
to the club.
It's Center Bullet.
There's a nice
Yeah, Center
tower
Bullet,
up
we'll
there.
see.
By the way, this place we're playing
Yeah, the
today
day-
does
the day before
Oh,
was
hey,
our
this
birthday.
is
hatch.
this is the place where
It is
we told the story
official
about
national art,
Dwayne's
this place here.
toilet
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here on the calendar.
Oh, look at Tear Garden was even on the
There it is.
poster.
There it is.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, the day
Like,
before
on
was
a
my
sound
birthday.
god doing a sound check.
Here's the
Things have been particularly bad for myself today is that my allergies have seemed to come back very, very strong. Flashing is nice. I have to go to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
No way! No way!
Why would it be
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. I thought it was defective or something.
That sign was put up because of what he did to it.
Yep. I think we told this story earlier on one of the Q&As.
Dinner
What do we have for dinner?
you get 15 guilders. Go off and have whatever you want. I'll join you for Indian food if you want to go.
Did you get Dwayne's poop?
I'll join you.
There's somebody flushed it. Let's go for Indian food.
Indian food?
15 guilders. You realize that's about, in those days, that was about
This is the way to
less than
dress me.
$10. So that's what we were paid each day. And then they said, yeah, spend it on Indian food. And we were, again, more than willing to do that.
Okay, so we get into the dressing room and then we walk up these weird stairs here. Sort of like we're up on the stage.
Okay, hey,
Step over.
hey, okay,
There's Greg Reilly, that's his sound.
It's Belgian money.
Hang on.
Are we shooting in color?
Holland money.
Yeah?
That's Holland. Oh fuck! I don't even know where I am. It's Holland money. It's Dutch money. Can you see that?
Yeah.
What colors? What pretty colors? Look at that. Woo! It's worth practically nothing. No, I'm kidding. My Dutch friends.
Thanks.
What is this money from? Is that from? This is dinner.
What's this for?
Dinner subsidy.
What the hell is this for? It's for my dinner?
Hey.
Well, that's good because I didn't
No,
have
it was more than just your dinner. It was your pay.
It's pretty good. Oh, hey, 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 hey,
Sound okay?
Okay. vind het eigenlijk wel nuttig als er broodjes gekocht worden natuurlijk. Ja.
Cover their magazine, that's great. The way up to the hash bar here. You go up there, you can buy some hash there.
Yeah.
We should go up there and see what it's like.
Of course we should.
Yeah, let's go now.
Let's go right now.
Raft gate, look at that.
Wow, since I've turned off the AC in here, it's getting hot, right?
Yes, indeed. We're walking. Like you and me, we're walking.
I might have to turn it on for a sec. Can you hear it?
Where are we going? We're on our way for Indian food, are we not?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we're gonna go for Indian food again.
Weren't you guys in the mood for
Skully,
Indian food?
look at how young and fresh you look there.
That's cool.
What is it? What's going on in there?
School of dancing.
Oh, everybody's dancing?
Piece of shit.
You can tell now that the camera's taken some abuse, that it kind of loses its ability to focus properly all the time.
Brustel strekken. Het wird kommen to the brustel kringel brustel. Heilig glorresken. Wacht dat striegel gebracht niet. En struggelen en honen maar
And people wonder how he got the nickname the Duck.
Und Covid, dann bietet, dann redet uns Libres und wir wollen hat was hier so
Best backdrop of
Oh, that's awesome.
Holland.
Oh,
Of course,
look
it's
at
the
that.
canals, the roads.
Hey, check this out, Fredward.
What?
Here, it's those Fredward. Holy fuck.
There's some nice instruments here. Oh, there's a beautiful barrel, you guys.
That's how Neubauten used to go out and get their equipment back in the day.
Yep.
Really considerate.
Seriously.
We're looking for an Indian restaurant. We're gonna go for some Indian chuds here. Indish restaurant, Sukrakata. Indonesian again?
Yeah.
I think there was still another one down here.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. Let's take that chance. Being able to find.
There's tons of Indonesian restaurants in Holland.
Peas plow there, or which is better?
Some of the best food in the world.
If you like green peas plow, then.
It's because
And we actually
There's a colony.
got the menu translated.
Yeah.
Practically everybody's got what they want.
Yeah, that's quite surprising.
This
is
the
hot
bird.
curry.
You got the bird.
Did you get the first? I don't think so. No.
That's the bird face.
Hey, look who's here!
Is it the return again? Once again?
Look who's here!
Return.
Yep, Lionel.
How you
Lionel and
doing,
Fabienne.
Fabienne and Lionel.
Not too
We
bad.
decided to come today because
That's
it
good.
was the last time it's impossible for us to come in.
So this was in Holland, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
we might,
this is Tiergarten.
we
This
might
is
see
Tiergarten.
some
It's
Tiergarten
Tiergarten.
here. Yeah.
This is Tiergarten.
temple and the preacher screamed. If you swallow Jordan poison, I follow as you crawl to the altar. He watched the tabernacle choir falling in a bath of sacramental wine. Lesbians, taste just fine to me. Yes, empty God, sick Let's hear it now for good old 89. We took our seats, we
Ouch.
watched them slinging up a chicken, kept on kicking as they moved away the chair. Very strictly, we kept on staring, sick and sorry. Bullets from my belts and fire counts of nine. Counts of
Skinny Puppy's music has been called the sound of madness. Others haven't
What?
been so kind. But the powerful British music press takes this Vancouver-based band seriously.
What the fuck?
They recently made the front cover of Melody
What's
Maker
this?
magazine. They've also been reviewed in People and Billboard. When they tour, Skinny Puppy manages to sell out medium-sized clubs and concert halls from Munich to Montreal. But this is no ordinary rock band. Obviously, we're not talking bubblegum pop here.
Look at the eyebrows.
This is more like mutant industrial dance rock. Fans and critics say you have to see Skinny Puppy live
This'll get
to
flagged, I'll
understand what it's all
guarantee it.
about. But even that's no guarantee. This is surreal musical theater, a Vincent Price sideshow with a touch of David Lynch and Boris Karloff. Definitely not for the squeamish. If you thought Alice Cooper was over the edge, Skinny Puppy are light years beyond the godfather of shock rock.
There's two sides to it. There's the musical side of it, which is very experimental and not geared towards a rock format generally.
Hey.
And then when we get
Okay.
into
What's
the
that?
live shows, there's more of an atmosphere of wanting to gear towards a
Look at that guy.
theatrical performance or a statement, something that's
Just a
you
child.
know, each time we'll take a different kind of stance. You know, but it's usually a fairly
Are you a
theatrical one.
virgin? There? You look like a virgin.
For me, it gives me a mode of escape in a lot of ways.
Look at that
And,
young Canadian
And
face.
a lot of issues have to deal with the fact of how real is
So
real,
healthy.
because reality is something that has to be dealt with sometimes, and a lot of people live too real, and I think they need to be live a little more unreal. And so it comes out in the music and gives them a chance to escape into that unreal world. So maybe that's the theme.
Yeah. Escape.
Right now, Skinny
Yeah,
Puppy are
I
in this
agree.
Vancouver studio working on their 4th album. It's an unusual process that they compare to abstract painting. Kevin Key and Dwayne Guttel lay down broad strokes of sound before their reclusive frontman, Nivek Ogre, comes in to apply his tortured, garbled vocals, which deal with everything from animal rights to AIDS.
You make some really disgusting sounds with your mouth, like this. Ready, Dwayne?
Oh wait,
You go. And then when after you've done that,
you guys are insane. You guys are crazy.
Sorry, we're a little nuts. You gotta put up with this.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Wow. Interesting.
30
I didn't know how that was included at the end there. So that's a little bonus.
37. Wow.
I predict that will get flagged by YouTube. We'll see how long it is. But if they do, then what they do is they just hack it out. You're like, okay, go ahead, hack it out. It's weird that if you're still watching this now, then we haven't been shut off. That's good. So yeah, that's great though. I wasn't expecting that. You know, I was like remembering it around that time when we did go. At the end of the tour, we go to London, and that's when we do the shots for the Melody Maker, for the cover. For the cover. Do you remember who we run into in the elevator in the hotel?
In London?
Yeah.
I remember the Red Hot Chili Peppers were in that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we run into and take the elevator up, and they're like, "Who are you guys?"
That was Hillel too. Hillel was in that a lot of them.
No, it was post Hello.
No, it was. You're right. It
Yeah.
was just right after Frusciante joined because we saw.
Yeah. But
We see
the
that-
people that
no.
were in the elevator was that at that moment that I'm referring to was Flea and what the singer is saying.
Kiedis.
The singer Kiedis, yeah. I'm not a
No,
fan
this-
of Red Hot Chili Peppers, to be honest, but I love John Frusciante.
Flea's also.
No, but we
What's
we
that?
saw his.
He's also very nice.
Flea's very nice. Yeah, we met him at John's house just before John rejoined the Chili Peppers, and he was a stand-up gentleman, I will say. So I can't say he's a bad guy. So you know
Very
he's
short.
not a bad guy.
Very short.
We saw Frusciante's first gig with the Chili Peppers.
We did.
Later that fall, so this would have been before him.
That's
Yeah.
well. Hold on. This is '88. No, it would have been the same year. We would have seen them
No, but it was fall.
same year.
Yeah, but we saw him on the American tour in LA in
Yeah.
October. When we saw them in London, that was May of '88.
We're gonna have to look this up and see who was actually the guitar player at that
No,
moment.
it's
May
3 months before.
May '88. It's 3 months before Hillel's death.
I believe so. Or it's before Frusciante joined the group, and it's obviously why they were touring, so
That's really bizarre when you start thinking about those parallels. And then
Crazy.
as well, what's really weird too is to think about that Ain't It Dead Yet, as they're speaking about in the video, was the year before this tour. Skully, just the year before you came into the thing, and that was a pretty mega production for the time. Was movie cameras and stuff basically made that video. I know tons of people have said I want to chat about Ain't It Dead Yet. So I wonder how we could get away with it if we could play Ain't It Dead Yet without getting flagged.
yeah. I have no idea. Can you do
Mike,
it? Can you do
Mike,
it?
Mike
Can you
Patton
play?
is a god for those of you that are writing that right now. I don't know how you got on the subject. Yeah, Mike Patton and just generally the Fantomas in general. If you ever seen the Fantomas with Terry Bozzio on drums in Switzerland, look it up online, YouTube. Fantomas with Terry Bozzio live in Switzerland. One of the best gigs you'll probably ever see. Yeah, no, Ain't It Dead Yet? It'd be cool to do a chat, but Skully, you weren't there, so it might not be.
Well, I saw the show though. That was where I saw you guys at the IB.
So
I witnessed it.
Yeah, that's where you came into being. So when you guys did that tribute, or not tribute, you guys were making fun of Skinny Puppy. Who was filming that?
Greg Reilly.
Greg really filmed most of it. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then we passed. Then we had to do him, and I think Dan was filming Greg. Well, being Greg.
One thing that I remember about that show, and that particular thing that was filmed was in France. I believe it was in. What city in France was that in? Lille?
It was either Strasbourg or Lille.
I think it was Lille, because in Strasbourg we did the Tear Garden thing again, and it was definitely Lille if it was on.
Right, yeah.
So the reason why there's not a lot of other footage is because Ogre came off the stage, and on the flip over at the end, he fell right off. He flew right out.
Yeah,
and
the boot that normally
was he unconscious?
He was woozy. He was not all there. I really had to drag him off that one.
I remember you carried him up. You picked him up like he was nothing. You picked him up like he weighed nothing, and just carried him out like you know, the strength that you had, obviously.
It was adrenaline.
You have a video of that, Joe? So yeah, one time Ogre was late for sound check in Dallas, and Joe Virus happened to be there on stage when we were running through the choke, and we ran through the choke with Joe Virus on vocals.
Was I there?
Well, Joe's saying you got a video of it. I think Joe, you need to forward that to us.
Was I there, Joe? I think I.
So yeah, I think you were too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all need to see that. You can't just tell tales.
Yeah, let's see it.
And speaking of seeing, I'm so proud of all you guys that have been partaking in the Patreon remix. The Patreon remix is absolutely something to be proud of, guys. Remix 13, Remix 12 I'm going to make public. I think I'm going to make Remix 12 public later today, as we did Remix 13 last weekend. Make it like a 4:30, 5:30 debut, and then people can go and they can watch it, and they can comment. You can comment on it live again as it's being played out. So I'm gonna make Patreon Remix 12 public today later. So be on the lookout for that. And Skully, you don't do remixes, but Patreon Remix 14, the big call is up for all of you guys. The stems are up there, and you've got stems for 4 different songs. And the BPM is noted on each folder, but the BPM is 122 BPM for the first 2, 125 BPM for song 3, and 128 BPM for song 4. So there's stems there, you can separate the parts. Choose whichever one you want. Forward your best 1 minute and 10 seconds here by June the 3rd for Subcon Patreon Remix 14. Skully, do you know who that character is in the picture there?
No, who is that?
Well, it's Thai Elvis. In Hollywood, there has been a restaurant that's been around for a long time called Palm Thai, and basically, when you used to go in there, this Thai Elvis would be singing for years, and I have to say, it's absolutely remarkable renditions of all these Elvis tunes, and the guy's spot on. if you don't look at him and close your eyes, well, you can look at him because he dresses entirely in outfits that are paying tribute to the king. He even would drive in a car that was like gold, and I was like, I truly believe he probably feels like he was Elvis. So eventually, I heard that he went back to Thailand and is back there now. And did someone say he passed away? I think someone said he passed away, which is sad too.
Dark.
But however, I don't know that that's the actual truth. I would just like to say that if you got a chance to witness Thai Elvis, gotta say, big up to you. Honey, what are we gonna do on Mother's Day?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Strawberry. Baby.
What?
This massive strawberry.
Oh my God. She wants me to look at the size of this dipped strawberry. Let me put my fist next to this.
Eat it right now.
Fist.
Eat it live on camera.
No. Put it over there. That's like one of the biggest strawberries that I've ever seen.
They're all huge.
GMOs, man.
I think that people always wonder, like, what the kiddies come up whenever there's music. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
But most of the time they're sitting there doing this. And Skully, what are you going to do today on your Mother's Day?
I'm cooking today.
What are you going to cook?
Not sure yet. I'm probably going to make chimichangas, I think. It's either burritos or chimichangas. It depends on my mood.
Go to Mucho Mas.
Yeah, we should go to Mucho Mas. Actually, you know how crowded it's going to be?
No, it won't be that bad.
I bet you there's going to be a lot of people at Mucho Mas. What do you guys think? What should we do?
Mucho Mas.
Katsu curry.
Katsu curry, yeah, that's what I say too.
Too hot to drive down there.
When it's hot, you want curry. I want spicy.
You think
food
it is
when
too hot for curry?
No, that's what you want. You want hot food when it's warm like that.
Joe, why don't you come down into town sometime soon and we'll all go out for some chuds? Do you realize that for some reason in LA, I haven't had Indian food for how long?
A year?
A year?
Yeah.
A year. Skully.
That's crazy.
And it's this
How's that possible?
This has to end, well, because our restaurant that we go to kind of like went downhill all of a sudden, and then we're thinking like we don't want to go there because it was like the last time we went to the Sitar. You could tell that was their last few days being there by the food. It was absolutely almost like you can sense it. So yeah, anyways, we need to find a restaurant that makes Indian food in Los Angeles, in the Hollywood area. A new one. We need to find it, and so far we haven't found it.
Yeah. You might want to give Pakistani food a try.
I know, it's absolutely supposed to be, even if you ask some of the people, because I ask it when I go to an Indian restaurant, I'll say, where's your favorite restaurants? Do you have other favorite Indian restaurants? And they'll say, oh yeah, I got this friend or something. And that's how I typically find out stuff like that. And they said, you must try Pakistani biryani. It's better than Indian biryani.
I was just going to say that. Once I've had it, I can't go back.
Yeah, we can go to Perfect Circuit. And that's always a fun visit down there. To see some electronic stuff and some gear and go in and so on and so on. But yeah, it's actually pretty close to here. But you know what's really funny? Is that where we live, and by the time we get to Perfect Circuit, what Rihanna will now tell us what the difference is.
Oh, the temperature?
Yeah.
The temperature is at least 10 degrees
10
hotter.
degrees hotter there.
Yeah.
It's 10 degrees hotter where Perfect Circuit is.
And it's only like, what, 6 miles from our house?
6 miles away.
Yeah.
No.
And it's If it's 89 here, it's 99 there. Yeah.
Nope.
And Joe, how hot is it out where you are at today? I bet he's going to say 100.
I was in Burbank yesterday, and it was 103 by the Burbank airport.
89 in Mojave Desert. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I mean, usually when you think of the Mojave Desert, you think like, my God, that's got to be hot, right? It's 87 here currently at where I'm sitting.
61. It's 61 here.
Yeah. Anything above 85, I don't like it.
I don't own an air conditioner.
I think it's time that we should you don't own an air conditioner?
I've never lived in a house with air conditioning in my life. Fact.
I believe right now that this is one of the first chats that we've ever done where we've actually played another band's set in our chat. So I would like to thank today A. Groom for
that was amazing.
Yeah, and I'm going to forward the boys this chat so that they can have some fun with it as well. We love you guys, and we hope you're all doing well over there. And big up from Skully and I, and the crew over here, and the whole crew. I'm sure everybody on the Patreon crew would like to say hello. So big up from all of us. And Skully, I think it's time for Rihanna and I to go celebrate Mother's Day. So let's take a quick look at the questions before I depart. Paul Munoz, yay, another Eurotrauma live. Hey guys, really going to miss these Eurotrauma streams when they're over. Me too. I love the part where you all switch into every member of Skinny Puppy, and of course Chud is Chud. Oh, that was today, yeah. I have to start with maybe a weird question. How do y'all manage to have such good hair in every recording? Skully?
Well, I have a very strict regimen of absolutely doing nothing.
In those days when you're young enough, let me see, we're in our 20s. So Dwayne always had perfect hair. I swear, he was just blessed.
He had like horse hair. It was so thick.
Yeah, he was just blessed. He was just blessed. I think we all were at the height of our good hair time too. So I don't know. It was always Skully, I never saw you laboring in front of a mirror or anything like that.
Too much trouble.
Yeah. Dwayne's hair looks perfect every time he's on camera. Any tips on how to get that kind of style?
Oh, I do.
How?
You gotta
Let's hear it.
You get a flattening iron.
Wasn't that called a crimping iron or flattening iron?
You can get one or the other, and
Yeah.
then you wrap it in aluminum foil all over the elements, and then you take a chunk of hair and you saturate it with hairspray, and then you crimp it and you deep fry it basically.
Oh no, that's what you shouldn't do. Now what we've learned since is that you don't put the hairspray on the hair, but you crimp it, and then you mess around with it, and then you put the hairspray on. And you are absolutely correct that in those days we used to put the hairspray on and sizzle it. It'd be like snap crackle. It was really bad.
It's like deep fry.
Deep fry, yeah. Dwayne's hair looks perfect every time. Yes. And will there be an Ain't It Dead Yet commentary? I'll look into seeing by today if we get flagged for that little brief interlude where we showed. It'll be really funny if it comes back and says that we have to remove that. So I'll let you guys know. Also, Kevin, I've been loving the Doomsday concert. Such a great quality and amazing performance. Thanks again for sharing it along with the commentary you guys did a few months ago. Yeah, I'd really like to thank Dash and George Stalker and Greg Reilly and all the people that put extra time into the mix, the visuals. I know Dash has gone to some great trouble re-editing and upscaling and doing everything and bringing all this footage that would have been otherwise in someone's trash can back to life. And what's really cool is that I've even got a chance now to see how the show looked, which I never had that experience before, so I thank you all for that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, me and Skully were there together at that one.
We were facing the other direction.
Yeah, facing the other direction. Exit, loving these videos. I gotta say that in the time I've been part of Patreon crew, I've been hearing Kevin's keys more clearly. Oh, cool. I wonder what it is. Like the filter got developed in the plugin. When I first heard Last Rites in 1991, I hated it, but it would soon become my favorite. I thought it was so different from the Remission in Mind days, but that was a good thing, growth. Yeah, that was a natural progression of a band coming from like program beginnings where it really was me working with machines, and then when Dwayne came along, it became much more organic, and we could see a lot of playing and live composition coming into it. That would be the difference. I've been listening to these albums again along with Cleanseful to Manipulate and have become hyper aware of the string pads that were the glue that I wasn't focusing on before. I was hearing the drums, the vocals, the sounds, the samples, the effects. Just like when I listened to Nowhere, at first it was just noise, and then I heard a new layer with each listen. Now I'm hearing all the SP catalog with new ears yet again. That's really cool to point out. Definitely Nowhere has a sub layer on it that when we tried to recreate playing Nowhere live between Justin and myself, that layer was seemingly impossible to recreate. That was the magic of Dwayne and the magic of whatever synth. I believe it was the SY-77 and a couple of other layers of K2000. The layering on it was just so good and so specific that every time I tried to do a rendition, it would pale. So yeah, Nowhere is a type of song that, you know, between Dwayne and I, the explosion drums, and then I did live drums on top of it, and Dwayne with those sinister chords, I mean, that works, but when we tried to do it any other way, again, it didn't work. Droid Harmony, looking forward to watching this later. Mom's Day today has me busy, so I'll be lurking in the bit for a live stream. All the best and virtual hugs to the moms out there. I say yes, we second that. Skully?
Yeah. I'm all for it.
I want you to have a good day, and to everybody else out there, Paula, Larry, Exit, Joe Virus, Droid, Webb. I don't see Priscilla. You're not here today, Priscilla? Maybe she's at Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Mother's Day.
Thanks to Max for the drawings. The nice drawings from Max. That was really sweet.
Max, Exit 99, and Data Bomb, thank you so much again for all of your hosting. And Skully, all of you, we love you, and we would like you to have a good day, and we'll see you guys again soon. So, peace out from camp.
Happy trails.